Tuesday felt like more than a win. Is that fair to say?
Yeah, it was. I think for the team spirit, I thought it was massive. There's been a number of times where we've gone 2-0 up or 3-0 up at half time over the last few years, and we haven't quite seen the game out. And I thought to see the game out away to Derby was massive.
What do you think? What was key to it? I know obviously you scored twice in the first half, but what was key to that kind of second half resilience?
I feel like we defended excellent. The communication on the pitch was very, very good. The boys worked so hard throughout the whole game, and we limited them chances, especially second half. I think they probably had one that they scored from the goal, which was a very good goal. It was difficult to save. But yeah, I thought we saw the game out very well.
And obviously you talk about the communication there, and that's with a lot of players who aren't necessarily used to being on the same pitches. Even someone like obviously Taylor, who hasn't been around the club that much. What's been kind of the secret behind that in terms of if you just got on instantly?
Yeah, I feel like we've just got on. On the training ground for Taylor. As much as he's been out on loan, he's always been sort of a leader. I think he's captain England at a few levels. I think here the gaffers trusted him sometimes to be the captain in pre-season games and so he's a natural leader at the back. You obviously got Rowie who's new as well, but he's another voice. So there's a lot of voices on the pitch. There's a few new players. Masengo obviously doesn't speak too much English, but he sort of gets his communication out via his play, the way that he plays. And Bennick as well, he's an experienced striker in this division, and he's a leader as well. So I think we've got a lot of voices on the pitch.
And obviously you're now voice number one as captain. How are you kind of finding that role?
Yeah, it's an enjoyable role. The manager's put a lot of trust in me to give me the captain's armband. But like I said, there's a lot of leaders out there on the pitch. It could have gone to a number of players, but the fact that he's trusted me to be the captain, it's a good feeling.
Why do you think he gave it to you? What did he say why he was giving it?
Yeah, he said to me that I've been here for a long-serving player here. I know him like the back of his hand, the way that he plays, the way that the team plays. He says I'm a very good pro in the dressing room. And obviously I've had a lot of experience now with in League One and in the Championship itself. I played a lot of games, so that's why he decided to give it me.
And obviously from your age, you're the youngest captain in the Championship. I think I'm right in saying.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, is that slightly because you talk about your experience? Does that come into your thinking that your age at 23, you're a I know Bailey's obviously club captain still, but you're the on-field captain. Is that sort of daunting, exciting? Is there any kind of reaction to
It's exciting for me because at some point in my career I want to be captain at somewhere, club captain. So getting the experience in now is good for me. I don't really consider my age when I think about it, because I feel like I've played a lot of games for my age, probably more than some people who are older than me. So I feel like the experience that I have, I can help the other people who the younger ones coming through, and even some of the people that are around me.
And what sort of captain are you in terms of your style? How do you kind of see yourself as a leader?
I feel like I'm very positive on the pitch. I build people up. When if they give the ball away or something like that, then I attempt to big them up, and also with my energy as well. I feel like I have a lot of energy to give the team, whether to go forward, to get back, or tackle and shoot. So I feel like I'm that sort of captain.
And then off the field, are you assuming the role in the dressing room before games?
Yeah, it's the same thing for me. It's like the gaffer said to me, don't let it change you, and it hasn't. I've done everything the same, taught the same as what I do in the dressing room, on the training pitch, or if it's away from football. So as I think he can see that as well.
And obviously you got on the score sheet, which would have felt nice. A great, well taken goal.
Yeah, it felt.
Have you set yourself any kind of goal targets?
Yeah, it's just to improve from last year on my goal tally and assist tally. I thought it was decent enough last year, but for me myself, I expect to get a few more goals higher. To get off the mark early on in the season is always great. To get the monkey off the back, and hopefully that, as the next few games come in, I can manage to maybe get a couple more.
So is there a number there, or just?
For me, on a personal note, it's probably 8 to 10 goals this season is where I'm heading, is where I'm aiming to go, and I feel like that it's not something too much. I feel like I can handle that and get them goals.
And how are you going to make that jump from because you've got 5 season before 5? How
yeah.
Just apart from shooting.
Yeah, just taking my chances more really. I watched a lot of my chances back from last season. I think I hit the bar and post 5 times, I think, last season. I missed a few good chances, so it's just working on the training pitch and trusting myself that I'm going to get myself in them positions and, just be more calm and composed, and, next time put them in the back of the net.
You mentioned earlier about how Noah's obviously how he kind of leads the team with his play and stuff like that. I mean, what's it been like to be around him in a couple of weeks? How's he kind of fitted in?
Yeah, it's been good. He's obviously still young. I probably forget that he's that young, to be honest, especially with the way that he plays. He's quite quiet, but I think he's settled in really well. The boys have made him feel welcome, and I think it helps with him, being so good. You see him in training and what he's been like in games and how good he is. You get a lot more respect from the lads when you perform like that on the pitch.
And in training, is there anything that he's kind of done that's been like, well?
There's a few moments that when he's got the ball, when he moves the ball, he's so quick and sharp, and his technique is just, it's frightening. It's really good. But no, everyone's buzzing with him. He's not really putting too much pressure on himself, which is a good thing to have. And I think the gaffer's just gonna, put him in and look after him and nurture him properly.
He's fun to play with as well.
Yeah, he is. He's, you can trust him on the ball in any situation. He doesn't shy away from the ball. He's a confident young lad.
Thanks,
Josh, just going back to the captaincy that you've just taken on, you've obviously played under a number of captains, not just here but your other clubs. So are you taking elements from previous captains that you've played under to create your own style? Yeah,
you could say that. Yeah, obviously, I was saying before that I want to be a captain at some point. So I've been, watching and learning from other people who've been the captain. I think at this club it's been massive. There's a lot of leaders from Bailey Wright, Corey Smith to Marlon Pack. I think they've been great leaders throughout, and they've nurtured me into the sort of the player I am and helped me along the way. So now that Marlon's gone as well, it's kind of opened up a gap for me to become a leader in the team. And
how do you feel sort of the rest of the squad take to you being the captain? Is that a good thing for them? Do they think you're the right person to take that arm back? Yeah,
I'd feel like they are. I feel like I've been around and I've played a lot of games, and I think they see that the way I'm on and off the pitch, to help people and to help young players off the pitch as well. It's so I feel like they're not really surprised. Maybe they're happy for me.
You scored the winner a couple of years ago at Hull City. Your opponents on Saturday. Obviously hoping to score the winner again this Saturday, but what do you make of Hull this season? It seemed like a tough nut to crack.
Yeah, they are. I think they probably thought they'd get a few more better results than what they have done already, but like I say, we've played them quite a few times over the last few years, and they've always caused us problems. But I feel like that we're in a good place at the minute with the last 2 wins, so we'll have full momentum going into this weekend.
And just finally, I know we've mentioned Masengo, but also Adam Naj, I think is how we're saying it. What do you make of him as a central midfield partner?
Yeah, him as well as Masengo have come in and have done very well. More Adam, he's done. The way he's come in, he scored, and he played really well in the last home game. I feel like the fans will be very happy with the way that he's performed. But he's been really good. He's settled in really well. His English is very good, so there's no problem there. I feel like as a whole squad, I think there's a lot of new players, but they're all settling in really well.
In that midfield area, like, because you've been through now 3 seasons. I mean, I know it's early days, but like, have you noticed a definite change in the way you're playing as a team from within the midfield?
Not so much. I think the way that we've tried to play over the last few years, obviously with the manager's philosophy, is sort of similar. Obviously, you get different players with different attributes that can help the team, and I feel like the ones that we've got now with young and a lot of energy. I feel like that will help us.
Is it quicker? Does it feel quicker the way the ball's moving?
Yeah, you could say that, but I'd say it's early days at the minute. I feel like we can get a lot better. There's a lot of room for improvement, as I've seen over the last few games. We've reviewed them, and as there is a lot of good stuff, there's still a lot of stuff to learn as you would in a new group. But no, we've been really happy as a squad, and I'm sure that the fans have been happy with what they've seen so far.
Thanks, man.
Good.
Cheers.
Thanks, Josh.